Alright, Shalom, Michael. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Racha, Kodash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I'd like to say Shalom to the elect that teaches word in our true faith and sincerity. And today I just want to get into a lesson on how this is the generation where we're going to witness, the changing of the guard, the transferring of power, you know, pretty much this transition into a new age. See, we at the end of the era, the end of the so-called white man, his reign of terror, man. You know, a new system is about to be set up on the planet Earth, you know. But we are witnessing, those symptoms of the downfall of a kingdom. We're witnessing the overthrow of this beast system, man. And it's being known by these different events that's playing out throughout the planet Earth, these different laws and legislations being passed. This man, his rhetoric, just the reaction of the people shows that a new age is coming upon the planet Earth. So let's start off with this in the book of 2nd Esdras 4 and verse 37. And it reads, by measure have he measured the time. See, so just like a movie, it's different chapters in a movie. Chapter 1 is only so many minutes long. That scene is so many, is a time, time stamp. Then you go to chapter 2, chapter 3, When you compare it to these different rulerships that came and went. The Egyptians had they measure of time to rule. The Babylonians, the Assyrians, and, all the way up to now, the so-called white man. They all been given, a portion of time to rule on the planet Earth, man. It says, and by numbered have he numbered the times. He doeth not move nor stir them until the said measure be fulfilled. See, so as you can see, we're in the fulfillment of this man and his rulership because things are happening. Say he's not going to stir the times up, stir things up upon the planet Earth till the measure is being fulfilled. And what's the said measure, this man is going to meet before he get overthrown? Implement that MOTB, man. The thing, man. And it's articles daily, really hourly, of things showing that that's what they heading towards. From all the way to those new digital transactions, to cashierless stores where you just walk in, grab what you want to walk out, and they charge you based upon that. You might have a app on your phone, or you might actually just have the thing, But that's that said measure, and then this man's gonna be overthrown. But that's what we seeing now. We at the end of this, We actually in that time period where, you could actually say I was there when America fell and the kingdom of heaven was established. Not a lot of people get there. A lot of people born in America and they died. Same thing with Greece, Rome, Babylon, Egypt. They was born in that kingdom and they died in it. But the Lord gave us, through his mercy, we actually woke up at the right time when we actually we witnessing this transition, man. The end of this man and his reign of terror. The end of wickedness. It's not just gonna be the end of the so-called white man. Then Moab ruling. No, the end of just all these other nations ruling over us. Righteousness being established upon the planet Earth. That's what we coming into. And these are the necessary steps that's leading towards it. By seeing this place spiritually coughing up blood, spiritually on the in the ER on his deathbed. You know? So this 2 Ezra 9 and 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And the time itself, you know, lets you know is ain't no stopping it, man. You know? That's one thing this devil can't do nothing about his time. That's his biggest enemy. The one we just read, he have measured the time, he have numbered the times. You know? So it says, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, which is concerning really the plagues and the pestilences, the distress the Lord's going to bring upon the planet Earth, the anguish. And his, you know, one that main tool is Esau by having this man to, you know, set forth these different laws and legislations, his rhetoric. You hear the word mandatory being thrown around more and more. Well, this is what the Lord told us before, because everything that's written within the scriptures. Now it's making sense in this time, because this was the time it was actually going to play out in its perfection. It says, then shalt thou understand. See? I mean, it's going to become more clear and obvious that is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world, which he made. And this world is concerning the world of Edom. Matter of fact, let's get that in the book of because he said he measured the times, he numbered the times. That means those them different worlds. Oh, it tells you Yahushua made the worlds. So those worlds got a certain time to rule and a certain measure to fill. And we're in a time where now Edom, his measure is being fulfilled. So the Lord's finna visit this nigga now, man. This Jeremiah 49 I started at 7. It says, concerning Edom, see? Thus said the Lord of hosts, is wisdom no more in Teman? Is counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished? And these are the first steps to the downfall of any kingdom, any rulership. The lack of wisdom. That's why it tells you in the book of Wisdom of Solomon, I believe, the 6th chapter, honor wisdom. If you desire songs and set the honor wisdom that you may reign forevermore. That's the secret ingredient. Fuck of having a standing army and all that. You know, and the first step, you know, of ruling is having wisdom, man. And everything else is going to fall after that. So it says, flee ye, turn back, dwell deep, O inhabitants of the Dan, for I will bring the calamity of Esau upon him, the time that I will visit him. And this is the time the Lord is visiting the world of Edom. This is that world 2 Ezra 9 and 2 is talking about, man. Because when the Lord going to come back? When, it tells you, who is this that coming from Edom? Why is that? Because them the niggas that's going to be ruling, man. Scripture don't say prophesy against Mount Seir. This man ain't our arch enemy for nothing. Like, at the end of the day, the Lord coming back when the Moabites was ruling. Or them some Hamites. No, he's going to come back when the Edomites, the same one that put him to death, you know, these Romans. This is who the Lord is going to visit, man. And we see in the beginning stages of it. You know, just start off by just having this word being pushed forth, this decree, you know, it is being spoken forth. And now you actually seeing the decree manifesting. It says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, and we seeing that. And what what was the domino effect to earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world? The word. Us, you know, starting with the apostles and elders, you know, spoke it into existence. Now you actually got to consider concentration camps and the famine and newly created beasts, or the apparitions, and a plethora of other things that cause distress and anguish. You know, these things actually now have to be considered. That's why I said when there shall be seen, because ultimately, it's going to get to the point you see it. And these are the symptoms of a downfall of a rulership, just like you said, like I said, coughing up that spiritual blood, you know, you in your spiritual deathbed, you hear that heart rate monitor going off, and you know, this is what we seeing the state of the so-called white man, his power structure, man. Because these earthquakes is literal earthquakes, but also earth-shaking events that actually shook the planet Earth up, such as the most recent thing is this crown, which they've been holding fast to for the last 2 years, man. You know, and uproars of the people in the world. See, cause now it was a point where you had motherfuckers whining about nigga like George Floyd, you know. But now those uproars is becoming more intense. Now it's about not, you know, complying to this man and his mandates. See, it's finna get real out here, man. It's not like you finna say shalom for the next 10 years and continue to like YouTube videos. These things is actually taking place and it's only going to intensify. And this is what we saying. This is part of the end of an age. You know, back in the time in Egypt, they were actually seeing Egypt, you know, being on decline. You know, by the way, those series of plagues, they couldn't bounce back from when the Lord smitten them, man. Which is started by a decree, and it ultimately manifested. And them magicians couldn't bounce back with their magicians, and they couldn't bounce back from what the Lord have done unto them. How much more in this lifetime? You know, this nigga got the rescue plan and these different stimulus packages, and nigga got the Space Force and these a plethora of things to try to reignite that fire. It's not going to work, man. It's not going to work. So back 9:4, it said, "Then shalt thou well understand." See, it's going to get to the point. It's going to be made clear and obvious that a prophet have been among you, man. You know? You're going to well understand, meaning these things are going to come clear and more obvious. Now you actually know when they talk about the fiery darts of the devil, it's making more and more sense now. Because you can see that them darts is now becoming literal, man. By the way of that thing and that thing, man. You know? And that's just one aspect of the Lord showing us and making this thing more obvious. That's why I tell you the path of the just is as the shining light that shineth more and more into the perfect day. You know? So it says, then shalt thou well understand. See this spirit, how many people have died as a result of the jab, the thing. Why is that even? Why you gotta even talk about that? This shows us that. Oh, matter of fact, that's scriptural. Which we in the beginning stages of it. The build up to these people receiving that thing, man. So let's see if I can find it. Isaiah 36. Isaiah 36 and verse 6. Lo, thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt. See, so this is a broken power structure, man. And that's why it's thing called the New World Order, a new normal. And they showing you, they acknowledging that they gotta do something about this system. They gotta have a big reset. Like the brother Aaron says, this is not a plan of luxury. This is a plan out of desperation, man. See, it's not like you getting your house, you getting an add-on. You know. No, this nigga is trying to hold himself up, keep his head above water, man. You know. But as you say, this broken reed, this staff, which is concerning the stability, is broken, man. You can't trust the money. You can't trust the news. You can't trust the anything that comes from this place, man. Your woman, you know. So on all levels, this place is broken down. The city of confusion is broken down on all levels, man. But it said this staff is broken, this power structure is broken, man. You know? It says, whereon, if a man lean, it will go into his hand and pierce it. And that's what we saying now. This is what we saying now. At the end of the day, these people boast and you know, being so-called living this lifestyle, so-called American dream. You know, some as subtle as a motherfucker turning their faucet on and water come out. You know, they boasting all these goodies that they have, but it's gonna get to the point they're gonna actually be reduced to taking, you know, the thing. Was they now being reduced to taking the thing? Yeah, also it's gonna lead to the thing, man. But as you can see, that's the results of being in a broken system. If it wasn't nothing wrong with America, why you gotta roll your sleeves up, man? You know? You getting daily reports dealing with the Dow dropping or you know what I mean, just problems. That's what you hear dealing with America, problems. This going on and that going on. And how can we do this and how can we, you know? This play finished, man. You know, so I'm gonna read this again. It said, Lo, thou trustest in this staff or this broken reed on Egypt. Whereon, if a man lean, it will go into his hand and pierce it. So is Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to all that trust in him. See, so you trust in a so-called white man, you're gonna actually show your that's that you worshiping the image of the beast, and it's gonna actually lead you to take it and mark. This is how you're gonna pledge your full allegiance to this nigga, man. You know, what they call it, sickness in the hell. You see how sick America is, how this place is about to kick the bucket. But you got niggas still holding fast to this place, man. So what that mean? They gonna go down with it, you know? This back 2 Ezra 9. 2 Ezra 9 and 4. It said, Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginnings. Yeah, see? So that lets you know the destruction of America, it was all a build-up, man. It was a build-up to this moment right here, man. You know, dealing with, it tells you Enoch even prophesied of Yahushua returning with the heavenly host, man. Enoch was talking about this time. Throughout the scriptures, it was a build-up to this time. Even the scenarios and situations that happened in former kingdoms, such as Babylon and, you know, Egypt, and plethora of other kingdoms that came and went. It was a prelude of what the Lord was going to do to America, man. Even though they actually was here, those are actual events that played out. But it tells you what was written aforetime, written for our learning. Because all these things are going to play out in this perfection here, man. You know, that's why it says we're going to well understand, you know. Because now you can, and those are like standards to go by. You read Daniel the 3rd chapter. We actually, once again, seeing that scenario play out, man. And it's in its perfection this time, you know. When you been forced to bow down to the image, lest you die. You been thrown in the furnace, that affliction. You know, motherfucker might lose their job. Now you can't, you can't enter into these certain established businesses. Now you can't pay your bills. Now you lost your car, your housing, you know. So the heat coming, man, from not bowing down. But ultimately, we know it was that Yahushua stepped in at the end of the day. You know, so let's go back to 2 Ezra 9 and 5. It says, For like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. See, the end of an age has manifested, man. You know, we know that America don't got another 5 years left, another 10 years, man. You know, barely a one if you know what I mean, really even one how things are going, man. You know, but it said the end is manifest. We actually seeing the downfall. We actually in the midst of the transferring of power, man. You know, we actually is seeing the changing of the guard. And it's through these events and scenarios that's playing out throughout the planet Earth. And it's not gonna be the Russians that's up or the Moabites, them Chinese. It's gonna be the ones that was never thought of, man. You know, so the Lord has given us something to look forward to. You know? And we actually witnessing it now. We want the kingdom. But these are the steps that's lean towards it. The violent overthrow of this place, and we seeing it, man. You know? So yeah, I just hope that we're edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakha Kodash. I like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I like to say Shalom to the elect that teaches word in our true faith and sincerity. DTA, abide with ball. Soon, very soon.